Hello there, lovely people. Good afternoon from Dhaka, Bangladesh, and happy weekend to everybody in Bangladesh. Today is our weekend. You guys should take a nice little rest after the whole week's hard work. It's been very hectic for last, I think, couple of 10 days or like last 10 days or so. The winter was totally gone and the weather is getting very, very heavy. And I wanted to do a special review today. It makes me happy and sad at the same time. I'm going to do this review a bit differently, a bit unfair way, and I do apologize in the beginning. I'm very sorry that I won't be able to show you the presentation, the bottle, anything. I still want to do this video. I wanted to do this. I'll tell you the story. So we'll be talking about today Polo Modern Reserve. I think it was a release of 2008. I forgot exact year. And I saw only one review from one channel that I used to love a lot. It doesn't review anymore. And I felt like this fragrance deserved more reviews, Since its discontinuation, it's very hard to find. Not everybody has it. So the basic bottle looks just like the Polo green, but it will say Modern Reserve here at the base, like here under the pony, okay? And also the box will look a little bit different. I'll put a picture. So I will talk about that from 2 days experience. Okay, let me tell you the story why I don't have the bottle. I have seen this fragrance at one place, okay, and this seller, he has some old fragrances, and they have some discontinued perfumes. Some of them are vintage, but I actually was very interested in Modern Reserve, so I kind of tested it on a piece of paper. I brought it back. At first I didn't think much of it. I felt like it was a bit weak compared to Polo green. It was very different, but I thought of it like, it's a fragrance I want to review so bad. Let's just get it. So today I went, and sadly what happened was the sprayer actually is kind of gone bad. It sometimes sprays, it sometimes doesn't spray. So the fragrance is not cheap. Okay, fragrance is nearly retail $100, which I was committed to if the bottle was okay. So the sprayer was not working and the juice was missing about by 15 ml or so. I think there's something wrong with the sprayer over the years. Basically, it's now what, if 2008 release, 12, 14 years. I don't know exactly which year. Let me check. I think it was 2008. Oh, not 2008. Yeah, 2008, right. So a long time back. So the fragrance, basically the sprayer, sometimes they are faulty sprayers. Perhaps that sprayer is leaking or the juice I see is dripping everywhere. So I didn't want to commit to the bottle. That's the basic idea, but I did ask them to do me a favor and spray heavily on my hand. And it's been like 2 hours. I still have it on the hand. I want to talk about it. If you feel this review is unfair, I do apologize. I know it's not fair if I don't have the bottle, but I can smell it. And I just want to talk about it briefly, how great of a fragrance this was. I just want to pay tribute or say thanks to Polo for creating something that's great. Basically, once again, the box, if you see the picture, it will look different. The bottle looks something like it. Polo green, this is the modern version. But this one used to have also called one version called Crest. So Polo green had this vintage version, Cosmere version, this new version. I think this is by what, Puig or someone, I don't know. But this is the more modern version. But they all kind of can confuse you, right? So I reviewed the Cosmere version and I did the modern version. So today I'll be talking about the Modern Reserve. If I find the Crest, which is impossible to find, I'll also review that. But the bottle looked very regal, green, and then the golden. Okay, apart from that, there's no similarity to this fragrance, not much. There's some, it carries, but people are confused that, oh, Polo green and Polo Modern Reserve are same. No, Polo Modern Reserve is such a stunning masterpiece. What notes I get when I sprayed first time, I got like a beautiful opening. It's like a green holy basil. That's the first thing that comes to my mind. Basil. It's a basil heaven. If you are into basil, green kind of herbaceous kind of fragrances, that opening will just steal your heart. And the thing is, the best thing about that is, if you smell Polo green, the modern one, the new formulations, it will give you a very harsh sort of a synthetic green vibe, some peppery kick, followed by some smoke and leather. It's a very animalic fragrance. Okay, this fragrance, it's not loved by youth. Okay, this is very it is a fragrance for masculine, mature, over 40. If you put an age, that's what it feels like. Polo green is. But if you cannot stand this fragrance, if you find somewhere, I'm pretty sure you won't find it, Modern Reserve, it has this beautiful, youthful kind of transparency, more fresher. It brings like fresh breath of fresh air. And that basil I think there's a hint of citrus. I get a little bit of citrus up top, and there's like a pimento note, like a spice, but pimento is also fresh. It's not nose burning spice. So that's kind of opening. It's a very beautiful opening, and it just steals your heart. Okay. So if you see the review, I forgot exactly. Let me see the channel's name. I have to tell the channel, I have to give him credit. Yeah, I really want to say thanks to this person. I don't know his name, but his channel is called Frag Reviews. This is his channel, and this is the review. He always used to put it near the window. I loved his work. He reviewed many awesome fragrances, vintage fragrances. And this review, if you see, it's a complete review. It's a complete description of perfectly of this perfume. So this review actually sort of made me look at that. So let me hold this, yeah, sorry about that. So yeah, just for the bottle's sake, I have to hold something. But the thing is, the Modern Reserve is just so uplifting. It's like fresh nature, so wearable, and I feel it's a shame they should have discontinued this. If I had to pick one, they should have discontinued Polo Green and kept Modern Reserve. That's what I feel. It's a stunning masterpiece. It's so long lasting. It reached the dry down after I came back through the hot and humid sun and everything. It did not vanish. Okay, so basically the Modern Reserve definitely has good performance and definitely sweeter version, fresher version of this perfume right here, Polo Green. So Modern Reserve, man, I mean, it has, I think, some resinous quality to it. It has some sweetness to it. I really like that. It has that suede leather is so subtle, and it's so handsome. You can wear it, very versatile. You could wear this fragrance in a summertime, winter time, springtime. It goes perfectly with the sporty affairs. Also, you can suit it up. That's what Modern Reserve was. It was such a classic, iconic fragrance. I really wish I can find. I'm pretty sure I won't. I gave it a thought. The crazy thought. I still should get that bottle, but if it doesn't spray, it's a waste. I don't like to waste my money. I buy a lot of fragrances, and that fragrance was totally something I really wanted. So I am sad, but at the same time, I want to leave this review here. So if you ever see a fragrance called Polo Modern Reserve, try it. If you see it somewhere in a vintage shop or let's say airport, duty free shops, pick it up. If they have a tester, try it. The fragrance, the Frag Reviews, that channel said it will not get you ladies' attention, but I think it will. Why? Because women who actually can appreciate like a little bit masculine scent that has chest hair, with man with chest hair, he has a mustache, and back in the days we used to watch Airwolf, Knight Rider, that sort of thing. Those kind of people used to wear this kind of fragrance, right? Really masculine, really nature-like, big grass. There's some vetiver note in there. Perhaps there's vetiver or something green, that the basil definitely there. There's herbaceous quality, but there's also something green. So this for me is better than CK Eternity, some of the other green fragrances. It just wears so beautifully. It's sweet, it's fresh, it's just nature-like, it's bubbly. Modern Reserve was a stunning masterpiece. This fragrance, it's 10 out of 10. I really hope you try it, and I really hope I can score a bottle with proper atomizer, right? So these are very hard to find. Already it's like 20 years or so it's discontinued or something like it, but not 20, I think 10 15 years or something like it. I forgot exact year, but the basic thing is Modern Reserve was a fragrance I really loved, and I just wanted to pay tribute. That's why I did the long video. I apologize, couldn't show you any of the presentations or sprayer, but I just absolutely love this fragrance. Very beast mode, okay, very long lasting, and I think this is the best fragrance Polo ever made. That's it. Polo Blue, and this too, my most favorite, right? So take care. Thanks for watching. Time to move on to the second video. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.